All right, everybody. I want to thank you guys for coming tonight to the Team 360 call. We are doing things a little different tonight. I'm actually going to be hosting a GSR call, which is short for Getting Started Right call. And this is the call you want to have right after you sign up to be a coach. So if you're a new coach, you're in the right spot. And if you're a seasoned coach, this will be great for you to listen and learn and see what a GSR is all about and how I personally run my GSRs. I'm pretty much a broken record and run them the same every time. So if you're one of my coaches, you've already heard this, but it's always good for a refresher. The first thing is congratulations on signing up to be Beachbody Coach. This opportunity is amazing, and it's really whatever you want it to be. It's not a one-size-fits-all. You can design it. That's the beauty of this opportunity. You design it to be what you want it to be so that it fits your life and your goals. So the first thing is first, you should have gotten a welcome email from your upline coach. And basically what that is it's just welcoming you to the team. It's got some housekeeping items in there that are really important to take care of. The first thing is setting up your EFT so that you get paid. And then the next thing is it also has your placement on there. So you want to make sure that you set your placement and you know how to do that. So that there's also directions in there that will help you with that. And then the last thing that's in there is the hello welcome letter. And that is really good to send back to your coach. So make sure you do that because that helps us know how to help you. So if your goal is to get your Shakeology paid for, we're going to help you achieve that goal. If your goal is to make an extra $500, then we're going to give you tasks that will help you make that extra $500. Really, it's just so that we know how to help you and also so that we can hold you accountable. So on those, if you're like, well, I'm just not sure yet, that's totally fine. You can take it as you go. When I started as a coach, I simply wanted my Shakeology paid for. But then once I did that, I thought, you know what? I would love to pay for my groceries. So I paid for my groceries. 5 of us. I have 3 kids, and I had 2 kids in diapers at the time. And if any of you had little ones in diapers, you know it's expensive at the time that I started as a coach. So knocking out that grocery and diaper bill was a huge thing for me. And then eventually I wanted to pay my mortgage. And then it turned into being a full-time gig. I did not start off as a full-time coach. It evolved. And that's okay. That can happen for you too. So just know that. Just let us know how to best help you and what your goals are, and we will help you achieve those. And if you change along the way, just let us know, because you will. Everybody does. And the next thing is once you get that back to your coach, you're going to include in there, your goals and your why. Then they can look over that, and you guys can have a conversation about what your next steps are. But really, this business is based on 3 vital behaviors. Don't overcomplicate it. The first one is being a product of the product. So make sure you're getting your workout in and that you're drinking your Shakeology. Now, nobody is perfect. I'm not perfect. We can go through and ask all the seasoned coaches, are you perfect 100% of the time? The answer is going to be no. So don't feel like you need to be perfect to be the perfect coach. People want to be coached by real people. They want to hear from people that are struggling, that are making it through, to give them hope so that they can do that themselves. So just do your best and really try to be a product of the product and get those workouts in and drink your Shakeology. Because that way then you can also talk about what the products are and help other people figure out, what they need to meet their needs. So if you're drinking Shakeology, and for me, when I started drinking Shakeology, I was able to come off of caffeine, which was a big deal for me. And I just started sharing that with people. And that's really how helped me build my business in the beginning. The 30-minute workouts are amazing for busy people. So you can share that with, others. Hey, 21-day fix, easy for busy people. And that's what really being a product of the product is. So that's the first vital behavior. The second vital behavior is making sure that you're inviting people and following up with them. So you want to invite people to do this business with you and to do a challenge, but don't be scared, because really if you had something like you found a new restaurant or you saw a new store, or you got something incredible on Amazon, you would share that with your friends and family, correct? So share this with them. If this is making a difference in your life, just share that with them. It's all it is. Just invite them and say, hey, I don't know if you'd be interested, but I would love for you to join my challenge group if you are. That's it. Just keep it super simple. And the third and final vital behavior is personal development. What I love about this business is not only are we learning how to properly exercise our bodies, properly fuel our bodies, but we're also fueling our minds. So what do I mean by that? Personal development, it's just simply something that helps you become a better person, a better coach. Like if you struggle with time management, then I would really focus your personal development on watching a YouTube video on time management or listening to something. There's tons of free stuff out there. If you log into your Coach Online office, there's actually a tab. It's called the Success tab, and you can just go in there and click on something for free. Or I like to start with, one of my favorite books I started with was The Compound Effect. Super easy read. You can get it at your local library, or you can download it online, or you can get it off Amazon. So really great, easy book just to have for life. It'll make a really big difference in your life. So those are the 3 vital behaviors of a coach. And then really your first goal as a coach that you want to do, especially if you want to get your Shakeology paid for, is you want to help 3 people. And when you help these 3 people, you want to make sure that you sign 2 of them up as coaches, and the third can be a coach or a customer. So what that will do is if you sign up 2 coaches and you just have one on your right and one on your left, then you will become what we call an Emerald coach. And then if you hit one more coach or customer, you will have hit your second goal, which is Success Club. So really it's super easy to do. A lot of people can go Emerald right away because they just simply sign up, to people that they know that would enjoy drinking Shakeology at a discount, or that, is a family member that wants to support you in, wants to try out what you're doing, or spouse, but just really, 2 people, that's it. And then the third one can be a coach or a customer. And some people think, oh my goodness, 3 people. Well, really, all you're doing is you're selling a challenge pack, helping someone every 10 days. 30 days in a month, you're helping someone every 10 days. You can do that. You'll probably do more than that. So just really keep it simple. And why do I want you to help 3 people? Well, I want you to help 3 people because, of course, you're helping them, and that's what's important. But we'll also help you get your Shakeology paid for, and you'll get free leads from Beachbody. And that's an exciting program. So if you have Emerald and you hit Success Club, then you will get leads from Beachbody the following month. So if you did that, like for example, I know a lot of you are new coaches. If you were able to do that by the last Wednesday of the month, which is ironically in 2 days, then you would start getting free leads in October. And that is super exciting. And I have great people on my team that were free leads, great customers. Some of my top coaches were free leads. It's just an all-around great program because these people come in and they are already sold on the products. They are excited. They've made a commitment to help, improve their health. They've already bought a product or they own something, and they asked for a coach. They asked for you. And that is the exciting part. So make sure that you get yourself qualified. If you missed this month, that's okay. Shoot for it in October, but really don't discount yourself. You can totally do this. It's just one challenge pack every 10 days when you look at the month as a whole. Super easy. Just help 3 people. And then the last thing I want to talk to you about is Coach Basics. You want to make sure that you get involved in a Coach Basics program because that's really going to help you with your training. So I start Coach Basics every first Monday of every month. So the newest one will start next Monday. And you're welcome to pop into mine or check with your sponsor and see if they're running one because we have amazing leadership on our team. So a lot of the leaders are running a Coach Basics. So make sure that you talk to them. And really, that is it. I'm excited to have you guys here, and I'm excited that you have this opportunity. It really is what you make of it. So definitely let me know if you have any questions. I'm going to go ahead and open the call for questions. one moment here. I'm going to unmute you all. So if you don't want to talk, please remute yourself. All right. Who has a question? Anybody? No questions?
Okay. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Was somebody else talking, or can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay. So I signed up 2 of my friends, and they signed up as discount coaches. But then they started talking about wanting to getting shakes for their husbands. So I said, well, if you're going to do that, you might as well sign them up as a discount coach as well, right? But I'm trying to figure out how much information to give them right away, because they don't necessarily want to be an active coach, but they don't want to miss out. So how do you know how much info to give? Because I don't want to feel like I'm not sharing information with them either. So.
I would just say, I would just honestly keep it super simple and say, do you think you're going to want to, work the business at some point? Then we should put your husband under you. And if you found 2 more people, you would get your shakes paid for this month. And so, really just keep it super simple. A lot of times that's a good indication that they're going to be one of your next coaches. Honest, because that's how it happens is, you sign up your husband and then you're like, this was easy, and because you're going to get paid. And then you're like, well, I know more people. So just, offer them that information, see how they do. And then, just if they want more information, which they probably will, then you can give them more information. But do keep it, just let them know that if they help 3 people, they could get their shakes paid for, but it's not required at all.
Okay. And then do you join challenge groups with other coaches, or do you lead one by yourself? Because I'm like, if I just did, you know what I mean? I don't want it to be so small that they're not active, but I want it to be a little bit bigger group and kind of combine efforts. So how do you guys do that?
Well, I run a big one that anybody on Team 360 is allowed to put their customers in if you want like a big group, and it's a mixed program group, and I lead that for the entire team. But on the side, I also actually lead, because this is where my passion lies, is the small challenge groups. I absolutely love them. I've ran groups where only like 2 people were participating, and they were some of my most. And I've run groups with over, 100 people. But that intimacy, some people really like that. So just, it honestly is what works for you. If you, but don't discount if you only have like 2 people participating, because it can still, honestly, some people prefer that. So I usually like to ask them, do you like, a big group, or do you think a small, more intimate group would be good for you? And switch on it.
Because that's what I'm doing. It's 2 of my best friends, and they just wanted to be open and honest. So we're like very vulgar and just open on our small group. But I also wanted them to get exposed to, the bigger group, so I can add them to yours, and then they can kind of see the momentum of everybody else. So
yeah, and just say, hey, you can be a fly on the wall, or you can participate. So I allow anybody that's on our team in there. So you can check it out. I can add you, or talk, you can talk to your upline and see if they've got, a lot of the diamonds have big mixed program groups that they run for their entire teams. So just let me know. Totally open.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So what do you do if you don't really have any like built-in, people that you can sign up? I mean, I guess I haven't really thought about signing up other people as coaches, but how do you go about doing that? Or I don't know. I don't think I have any like friends that I could think of like right off the top of my head that would want to do that.
I would just ask people. I think that a lot of times, to be 100% honest, that we sometimes discount people that we don't think will join. And if I've learned anything in the last almost 4 years I've been in this business, is the people that I thought would say no, say yes. People I thought would say yes, say no. And so what I do is I will go make a list of the first like 10 people that pop in my mind. I won't even think about it. I'll give myself 5 minutes, make a list of 10 people, and then I'll just invite them and just say, hey, I don't know if you would be, I don't know if you'd be interested, but you totally came to my mind. And I keep it short and simple. And that's really all I do. But you just, it's about just starting the relationships. And that's something we work on in the Coach Basics group too. So we can go through that in there as well.
Mm-hmm. And then you mentioned like once you become, you get Emerald and then a Success Club, then you get, what was it that you said? You get leads from, what, can you explain a little bit more about that?
Absolutely. So those are people that go on to the infomercials, all those infomercials you see for like 21 Day Fix and P90X at 2 a.m. And or they come in through there, they called the 1-800 number, or they came in through the website. So they didn't come in through a coach, because Beachbody also sells products through beachbody.com that anybody can order without a coach. And they also sell on infomercials. And those people come in, they buy something, and they click the box that says they want a coach. And so then they get assigned. If you are eligible for leads, you will get those. You'll get those people that came in and, bought something, or, they signed up for a free account and they're looking for a coach.
Okay.
Yeah. So I have a lot of people that, I've been getting leads for almost 4 years since I started as a coach. And I've built quite a customer base of leads only. And it's been really cool. It's a really great program.
Okay.
Anyone else? Did you have any other questions?
Yeah, I was just wondering, like, would it be a good idea to just start, like, let's say you're not really, like, I know I definitely won't have 3 people by Wednesday signing up as a coach under me, but in the meantime, would it be, like, just a good idea just to, like, how do you start, like, just introducing your friends to the idea that you're a coach? And do you want to join a group with me? Do you tend to use Facebook or just email, or what do you think is the best way of starting out with that?
Well, you can come out of the closet as a coach on Facebook, which is just, simply you could just post. It depends on how you feel. Like if you want to post a picture of you, like let's say you, you ordered your challenge pack. What did you order?
I got Pio.
Okay, awesome. You could do a picture of, an after workout, sweaty pic of you, just finishing Pio, and say, just finished my Pio workout. It was hard, or it was, it was a sweaty one. It was great. Really excited about being, starting this, and then see what kind of traction you get. And then that's kind of what I like to do with new coaches. You could do, just something like that to kind of let people know, like they're going to start being like, well, what's she doing? What's Pio? Or I've heard of Pio. I've been thinking about trying it. And then you just kind of see where it goes from there. And then, or if you feel led, you can say, if you're comfortable, you can say, I am super excited about Pio. I have been doing it for X amount, or I just literally got it in the mail. Who wants to join me with it? And just ask that.
Okay.
Tanya?
Yes.
So I was going to just add to that, new coaches being scared to post on their Facebook, or they think that, they don't have any friends that are interested. I had those very same feelings and was scared, poopless to post anything on my Facebook, on my personal page. Because you remember I was in your challenge group and posting, and then you guys would say, put that on your personal page. I'm like, no. But people who I never imagined would have any interest in this, like, came out of the woodwork, So don't discount people. And I was so scared my first post, but I immediately had like 10 messages the next morning of people, what are you doing? And of people I hadn't, that don't like my stuff that often, or I don't see on Facebook that much. It was crazy. So don't be afraid. I just wanted to put that out there, because I had the same fears, you know, and we all did. But
I think that is a very valid point. And Gina that's Gina speaking, and she was super, super nervous about it. And it took a lot. She actually said no to the coaching opportunity for a really long time, and then finally did it. And she has like blown her business out of the water, and you know, is now it's just been crazy. And she's looking at actually leaving her job now because Beachbody is making, you know, is almost to the point where it's replaced her full-time income. So definitely she's correct. She came out and it was like craziness, but we can put up some examples of different people's posts that they've done, you know, about how they've shared it, but just what feels natural to you. It's just really about that and just sharing what you're doing.
Okay. Are there other ways to, I mean, I know we just kind of talked about not being afraid of talking with your friends. I'm definitely gonna post things, you know, with my friends and stuff, or my Facebook friends. But are there other ways of engaging other people that aren't necessarily, you know, just within your immediate network? I mean, it sounds like with those leads, but are there other ways of, you know, trying to get people interested?
Oh,
besides just your immediate network of people you know?
Absolutely. I talk to everybody. I am notorious. I talk to people on the line at Starbucks. I just formulate relationships with them, and you know, just I'm like, oh, that person like looks like they would, you know, we would be friends. And you know, we live in Oregon City where everybody's super friendly though, so that's okay. It's a small town, but you can talk to people. Wear and share is a really good way to get the word out. So if you go into your Team Beachbody store, you could get, you know, like a Shakeology shirt or a PiYo shirt or 21 Day Fix shirt or jacket, and just kind of be wearing that out, you know, grocery shopping or places you go. Like right now, I'm wearing a Beachbody Challenge shirt. I'm always wearing something. And so, you know, wear and share is a great thing to do, especially if you're going to be out. You can use Instagram is another way to gain followers. You can do a like page. There is endless amounts of ways to get connected with people, and just to share with them and talk to people. And I will say that sometimes, depending on who your immediate network is, strangers can be easier to talk to than family and friends. So,
too.
yeah.
Archana, we can talk more later too, but this is Jenny. A couple of things I will say. The hospital, so Archana is a doctor like I am. So the hospital is a good place to meet people and talk about it, actually. And what I find is if I sort of subtly post a little bit on my page on Facebook, and I have Facebook friends with the nurses, they'll actually come to me. Nurses and social workers will come to me at work. So I don't have to be super forward about it. So that's one thing that will sort of grow naturally. And then also people at work will say like, oh my gosh, you look so great. What have you been doing to lose that baby weight? So I think keeping those relationships strong and open is like, the hospital is like a never ending source of people because people come and go so frequently. And then the other thing, I was just thinking about for you, you're very good at the whole personal development side of this as well, and the motivation and how you kind of have energy to organize your day and planning. And that's something that really speaks to a lot of working moms, which is going to be your sort of probably the people that relate most to you. So even sharing that piece of Beachbody, like the motivational Mondays and things that we do, putting those on your personal page is a great way to connect with people that doesn't feel so forced about the fitness. And then it usually develops into a relationship and they go, oh my gosh, she's like so good at managing her life in this crazy, you know, she has all this energy for her workouts. And then they kind of like builds a relationship that has some good meaning behind it. And that's where a lot of my best coaches have come from. So we can talk more. I don't want to take too much time, but those are just some ideas of ways to like connect with people. So I hope that helps. Sorry about
Yeah, that's helpful. Thanks, Jenny.
And I think if you are a doctor and you're in, like, I know a lot of the doctors and nurses on our team are notorious for having like a Shakeology cup at work that they're drinking their shakes out of, and they always get asked, what are you doing and what are you drinking? So really, if you have a Shakeology cup, you're probably good to go at the hospital because I hear that all the time. And I know we have a couple nurses on the phone too, obviously, as well as, Jenny, who's a doctor, but I know they get a lot of business from the Shakeology cups. So that would probably be a really easy route for you too. But it sounds like, Jenny is like amazing at that and it's got that really well dialed in. So I know she has some good tips for it too.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have any other questions?
I have a question. You had mentioned inviting people to join. Are you referring to like a challenge group? So even if they haven't necessarily signed up for or purchased any of the products, that inviting them to join the challenge group and then they can kind of see what it's about?
Well, you can do one of two things. You can invite them to join a challenge group where you've got your, like if you do a 21-day fix group, then if you're inviting them to that, they would need to purchase the 21-day fix challenge pack. You can talk to you can do like a free challenge group where you do like a 5-day or a 7-day clean eating. That's another really great way to get people interested. But I do find a lot of times, I don't add them to an existing challenge group that I have if they haven't, signed up or purchased anything because, they don't have the tools yet. But if I've got a free group going, I will add them to that. But I do require them to sign up for a free account on teambeachbody.com, which they can do, because that actually gives me permission to coach them. Without that, I don't really have, that permission, and it's got, the disclaimers in there and everything. So if you do run a free group, make sure you have them sign up for a free account.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Any other questions? These are good questions, you guys. Great group tonight.
I just had a quick question about the Coach Basic program. And you said it's starting on Monday. What's the format for that? Is it phone calls or is that like on Facebook?
It's a private group on Facebook, and I run them in 10-day segments. And so I post something every day for the 10 days, except I don't post on Sundays because everybody needs a break. And really all it is just different things so you don't get overwhelmed. Some people like everything at one time. They want to just have information dumped on them. But I found it's actually better just to do it in, daily chunks to help people be successful. And so I just, what I do is I've got it broken up into daily posts for those 10 days. And then after those 10 days, there's one more phase that's another 10 days. And it is all on Facebook in a private group. And what I have you do is just comment below with any questions. And I give the tips and maybe like an assignment. But it should take you like maybe 5 to 10 minutes to check in there each day. And if you get behind, you can always do a couple days at one time.
Okay, cool. Sounds awesome.
Yeah. Anybody else? All right, you guys. Well, thank you so much for coming. I'm really excited for you to kick off and excited to see how you do. Remember, Coach Basics is starting next Monday. So if you want to be added to that, I will be posting in the team page. But just check in with your sponsor and they will make sure that you get added. And then make sure that you've sent your hello, welcome, and email back to whoever, to your sponsor so that they can get you started off on the right foot. But thanks again, everybody, and I hope you have a wonderful week. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you, Tanya.